1 and 2 have concluded here at the Red Bull LAN, where we got to see the 4 focused players, Chef, Rhett, Thorzane, and Hasuabs, challenge themselves to target their weaknesses and improve their play. But there's still one more day of action left at the Red Bull LAN, where we're having a training tournament where we take all the players here and pit them against one another for a big cash prize. So tune in tomorrow for Tournament Sunday to find out who will be crowned the champion of Red Bull LAN Orlando. With that in mind, it's time to close out day 2. Let's check out some of the highlights. I'm out.
Welcome to day 2 of the Red Bull LAN Orlando. I'm DJ Wheat and excited to kick things off here tonight. For the next 6 hours, we'll have more training. In StarCraft 2, 2 more focused players, Hasuabs and Rhett, will take the stage to compete in their own challenges. But what do you hope to take away from all this as we head into competition next week?
I just really want to improve my timings for the late game against Protoss, and hopefully get some answers to some questions I've been having.
I'm going to test this build to see if it's solid or not, and well, I hope to know the answer after the practice games.
But it looks like Rhett's going to have none of that with his giant wall of death.
Yeah, I thought he was going to use the Zerglings to flank from the back. He needs to start getting these fungals down. He does, spreading the green goo across that army. The Corruptors just coming out at a perfect time. Good Michael back by Naniwa. But look at everything just getting demolished there at the front. Hard for the ground army to actually get out there and deal additional damage.
Oh, no, it looks like the Zerglings are falling in stride.
I believe the party has just taken the supply lead. He comes in with additional stalkers as well, blinking down right under those broodlords, picked off the only broodlords that currently make up Rhett's army, aside from that lone above the base, and now Parting is going to be pushing through, and still the Corruptors are down at the natural.
I mean, the amount of damage he's done, 45 kills, 31 kills, 53 kills on this Colossus. I think Rhett has once again discovered a little bit of a hole in his late game play.
But he went out on a limb. He tried doing the Zergling Infestor combo, and it just didn't work out.
I think that I'm definitely going to keep playing this passive way a lot. If Protoss is passive, I'll be passive too, and then I think I'll just work on improving my actual control of the units. Like, I know how to get the units, but to use them in the most efficient way possible is still something I'm really not sure about how to do.
You know, what is your goal overall? Is it to actually just win every single game, or is it just more important that you really do understand if this build is, you know, right for you and what circumstances and situations you would want to use it or not?
I think for me it's more important to really understand the build and get the feeling for it, like to do the right decisions in the right moments. And so it's not too much about winning, it's just about learning and understanding this build.
And moving up now, Zealot's getting in position to try to knock down that Immortal. Few Stalkers up. He's going to blink them back. Nicely done.
Amazing control right now by Hopsum, but he has to get those Immortals into the fray. Sase is already getting his own Immortals into nice position, doing a lot more damage than Hasu is.
And we have one Immortal left behind, but he manages to get back. All the sentries from Sase have been picked off here by Hasuabs.
Wow.
Wow, super aggressive to the point where the pylon's already gone down. The warp gate is going to be finishing up, and he's going to have a lot more units reinforcing here in a matter of moments. Oh, and the pros, they know exactly what they want to do. The Zealot's coming in too. The Stalker's going to be so important.
And he ends up getting caught. Hasu was inches away from being able to win in that trade situation. We're seeing that there's some kind of all over the map situations for Hasuabs. Granted, he was playing against tip-top best of the best with kind of a new build. You honestly want that kind of warming up period first, but we're definitely going to get the chance to sit down with him and ask him what he thinks about those practice games.
Yeah, and I really look forward to that interview. I mean, Hasuabs is probably going to have some really great insight. And of course, while that can be frustrating, I think you made a phenomenal point, Sean, in that, you know what, it's better to happen now and not in, you know, round 2 of the competition that they're going to be at next week.
How do you feel about the build after you've gotten the chance to play around with it?
I don't know. I think sometimes you can play the strategy, but if the opponent knows about it, and if you do small mistakes in the early game, then it's going to be really tough. And I figured out that, like, Parting doesn't scout as well. So I don't get the advantage by like not scouting and having a bit more minerals.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting, and I got a lot of replays right now to analyze. Especially Parting's build on Antigua was really interesting.
I'm day 9. See you right after this for the wrap-up of Red Bull Orlando LAN Day 2.